left, and then turn left in 490 feet.
Of course she has to say something. What's up, guys? Let's mute this girl before she starts going off again. We're playing around here in the Walmart parking lot, hoping I can make it around this bend. There we go. With a couple feet to spare. Had to do one of those zigzag things to get around. Make sure I can get enough room for that trailer to swing around. That guy's loaded up on the back of his truck. Spare tire, bicycle, ladder, full-size ladder. I guess not full-size, it's one of those ladders that break down. It's not one of those ladders that break down. It's one of those ones that are, you just open it. Stands about 10 feet tall. Wait for this old man to come through. Oh. Love it when people pay attention to what's going on. You get that a lot with the older crowd. Come on. Yeah, a wave of the hand means go, not sit there and stare at me. And that's the younger crowd. So anyway, last night was rough. I ended up laying down for about 20 minutes. And wasn't too long after that 20 minutes that they finally brought out my paperwork. Well, after that 20 minutes, I finally had a green light, so I jumped up. That guy was slamming my trailer so hard. I ended up dropping the landing gear down as soon as he pulled out, and it raised back up. Man, this does not sound good. As soon as it raised back up, I lowered the landing gear down as hard as I could get it. And it was just, I mean, the first time, like I said before in the one video, I usually leave my tractor brakes released. This time I didn't. I ended up setting them, just not thinking about it. And when he slammed into the trailer the first time, it basically pushed through my brakes. I was not happy. Anyway, when I got it back up, I rolled the landing gear back up, sat there for probably about another, I don't know what it was, half an hour, then he finally brought the paperwork out. I ended up, I had no hours left. I mean, I had 4 hours left when I got there. And by the time I was done, I was 45 minutes, negative 45 minutes. So we ended up with an extra $140, so that's nice. But we didn't have time to go anywhere, so I threw it on personal conveyance just to get me down to the rest area. I tried going to the Pilot, which is right there, exit 12, off of B1. Those guys, I really don't like that place, man. It's so tight in there that I'm worried that somebody's going to end up taking my hood off, and I just can't afford that downtime, so I'm trying to stay out of those predicaments. Oh, excuse me. So anyway, we made it to the rest area. I made it to the rest area. I shut down. It was like 2 o'clock this morning. I got back up like 8:30, something like that. Yeah, about 8:30. I tried laying down for a little longer. My body just wasn't having it. So I got up, went to the bathroom and stuff, made some coffee and breakfast, and hit the road. That personal conveyance, man, that makes things so much nicer though. No more having to push your way down to the truck stop and either crawling down there and having to take a chance on it, jumping into drive time, and then have to do a whole entire 10-hour break from that point on. And it's just nice. So that kind of screwed us for today. I wanted to be probably about an hour ahead of where I am now, and I'm in Matamoros, Pennsylvania, which is right on the line of New York and PA. And this is probably about 2 hours, so I was hoping to be another 2 hours from here if they had gotten me done right away. But as I said in the previous video, I wanted to try to make this trailer my rental trailer, which wasn't happening. The only trailers that they're renting out is Premier Trailers, and I only know that because I know the numbers. They all start with P's. It's not too hard to figure out. And this isn't a Premier trailer, so now I got to go through the complicated weirdness, and I have to go drop off this trailer, tell them I'm dropping this trailer off to pick up an empty trailer. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. It is what it is. I'm going to give them a list of trailers and tell them I'd like to check the trailers out, maybe come back around, let them know which trailer I'm going to take, or I can let them know what trailer. I'll figure it out when I get there, but either way, we got 215 miles to get down there. So we're not going to get down there until about, well, it says 1550, so I'm assuming I'm going to have another at least 10-15 minutes of stopping. So I'll probably get down there right around that 10 to 4 or closer to 4 o'clock. I always beat that thing. That thing was running like 55 miles an hour average. I don't know. We'll lose a couple minutes for bathroom break or whatever. But we should be down there around 4 o'clock. So I'll give you guys a little bit more of a video when we get down there. I'll throw together a little road footage for right now. I love these rock cliffs and stuff, so.
Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I. Life changes as we know it. You do what you can, you just get through it. It's a mystery how people can get by on as little love as you and I. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I tried to stay into outgrowing. Time changes people, we both know this. It's a change of season when the tide comes rolling in, and you realize there's nothing there to begin. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. thought we had to run through burning fire. I never thought I had to miss you and I. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold.
Good morning, guys. So I'm just piecing this together with the last video. I just wanted to show you guys the trailer real quick. That's it. It's just it's a 2015, I believe, Great Dane. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little rusty and stuff. One thing I was disappointed in was I was expecting one of these trailers to have the tire inflation system, but none of the ones that they gave me the option for had it. Bumper's pretty rusty. Otherwise, the trailer's in pretty good shape. I'll show you the inside real quick. Dirty, but it's in good shape. You get your normal scratches and stuff like that. None of that stuff matters to me. I'm not buying it. I noticed there was this one dent here, but that seal, it's not gonna let anything in. So tires were all good. The only thing that I had was a slight issue was that mud flap. This side, the right side of it, was down a little bit, so I loosened it all up so I can fix it a little bit. And the two outer bolts, if you guys can see that, the two outer bolts, they're brand new. I had to change those because the ones I took off ended up snapping. It's a little warped, but that's probably mostly because it was sagging. So as the tires heated up, it should kind of flex back to where it belongs. But that doesn't really worry me. Other than that, trailer's pretty good. We aired up all the tires yesterday. Everything was low because of the cold air. I ended up redoing this mud flap yesterday. Oops. I've been stitching this thing together for 3 years. My biggest problem was where I had it here. It kept falling out, and then this piece here I had over here, and I ended up moving the whole thing over. I'm gonna end up doing the same thing over there, and I'll show you why. But this is gonna give me a little more securement here, even though it's ready to break. It'll stop the mud flap from folding over and breaking them zip ties. I used to have it, like I said, it was pushed over here so you can see where this piece was bent up, because it was stuck right up against that instead of out here on the edge. But I think that's going to be a lot better now. And here's the driver's side one. You can see how this one's starting to break too. It's got a little crack right here. See the daylight right there? That's because it's constantly doing this. So with that metal piece in there, when I move this one over, it'll hold it more straight, and it won't get kinked up in there either. Plus we'll have the DOT tape sticking out here, which would be a little bit better for visibility for cars that are passing me and stuff. And lastly, the front of the trailer is in good shape. One of the trailers that I looked at had a little hole right here from most likely from a yard jockey. This thing decided to start doing a regen just as I'm getting ready to take off. You can do the regen on the road. Sorry. But that was most likely caused by a yard jockey. There was a few trailers that I looked at, a total of 5 trailers, and well, that's good. I was given 6 trailers. But the one trailer was, she told me the one trailer was loaded, so didn't even make a point to even go try to look at it. Trying to remember, out of the 5 trailers, the first trailer I looked at, it was a vented trailer, but there was some issues with the rubber stripping around the back door, and I didn't really think that I had the need for a vented trailer. And I did do one quick search on the board to see, how many loads were showing for a vented trailer. I realized the only search that I did was for a vented trailer on Sunday, and less than like 100 miles of my location or something like that. It was a terrible search to go off of whether I should take the vented or not. But I just said, screw it. There was one trailer that had 2 completely bald tires, and it had one tire getting ready to go bald. Like, it was like right there, 1/32. The other 2 completely had no tread whatsoever. There was one trailer, the rim was bent over, minus my thumb, bent over like this. I mean, it was, the rim was shot. Somebody curbed it. Somebody curbed it good. I think that's it. So we had the vented one. That one was actually out of California and was supposed to stay in California. And then you had the one with the bent over rim, the one with the flat tires. There was another one, it was a Hyundai. It was a toss-up between that Hyundai and this one, and I went with the Great Dane because the Hyundai was just, it was okay. It was just beat up. It looked a lot worse than this one, and I want a decent looking trailer behind me. Alright, so that's it for this video. I have a load now. I'm going to start a video on that. But we have our trailer, our rental trailer. I just meant to show it at the beginning of the last video. And we just took our garbage out. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.